Hello, everyone. Nice to have you here. I'm right now accepting the others. It's great to see you. Hi. I just let the camera switch off because
Okay.
we saved the data. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I can, let's do it this way. Okay, and we will probably start because we are there. There is much more people today. I'm happy. And we will start. So it's 12 o'clock here in Europe, in the middle of Europe. I would like to welcome every single one of you to the next Power of Touch event. And we usually switch the cameras off or we keep it off because we reduce the data which are consumed so the other people, so that the YouTube video is even smaller. Uh, Thank you, Tracy. And the term today, it's really special. It's a term which I did not know 2 months before. I didn't know them. And the term is indicated, and it is superfluity. Superfluity. I am not sure if I pronounce it correctly. I hope so. And I would be happy if we start the same way as we do usually. And I will start here with Margaret because she was the first one on the event. So, Margaret, if you close your eyes and you hear the term superfluity, what came first to your mind, please?
Abundance.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Um, an abundant amount of positivity.
That will be nice. That will be nice if it will be only so. Thanks a lot.
Well, it can be. It just depends on your percep. It depends because remember that everything has to be integrated in both positive and negative energies. So to me, even though the word is in a negative term, it can also be used as like a generous, like a huge amount of excessiveness, not so much of negativity. But for me, because I'm not a pessimistic, and I'm not, and even being a realist, it's still, um, I still believe in integrating. I'm sorry. I'm really I just woke up, so happy morning, everybody. But to me, that's what it means. It means in abundance.
Thank you.
Um, thank you.
Thank you very much for that. And I think that Charito, if I'm not wrong, was the next one. Charito, if you hear the term superfluity, what came first to your mind, please?
Can you hear me, Michael?
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
I have a problem with my Zoom. I don't know what to do. A lot of things are, coming out. I don't know. But anyway, I'll just you. Okay, so you can hear me. Actually, the word we use, the superfluity,
Fluidity, yes.
yes. For me, it means overabundance, more than what is needed. So it's superfluous. When, you buy something and you don't need it just because you have the whim to buy it and you buy and buy more and you have no use for it. That is superfluous, superfluidity. And even, a lot of things can be said about fluidity. It could either be good or bad. It's good when it's needed, even if it's over the normal or what is needed at the precise time. But if it's not, then it's an excess. It's a waste of something that which is overbought, overdone, overspoken, or whatever. That is which is not good. Then that is an excess. It's a waste of your effort, a waste of time. A lot of things. I think that's all. What will I do with my Zoom? I cannot.
But we can hear you and everything was fine. So thank you, Charito.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Did you hear me? Did you hear my
yes,
answer?
we can hear you properly. There is no problem. So if it will be this way, it's fine, everything. Leslie, you was the next one. Leslie, I would like to ask you the same question. So if you close your eyes and you hear the term superfluity, what came first to your mind, please?
Hello, Michael. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
The term superfluid, I'd say it's how you flow like water through situations and emotions and everything. So if a thought comes to mind and how fast you turn it into action, that's what I see superfluidity as.
Okay, that's interesting. Dr. Ash, you are the next one. So please, if you hear the term superfluity, what came first to your mind?
A very interesting word, Michael, should I say, because it's not normal to hear the word superfluity in English. It is obviously, it means where something more is required, something more than what is necessary, should I say. And it is actually derived from the Latin word superfluous, which means overflowing or excess. So it can be applied in various contexts, such as material possessions, emotions, and also behaviors, where the abundance becomes burdensome rather than beneficial. And in today's modern society, of course, the superfluity of material goods is often seen as a symbol of wealth and success. However, this overabundance, to my mind, can lead to environmental degradation, should I say, as our resources are depleted. So the rise of consumerism, in my mind, Michael, has created a culture in which people are constantly striving for more, often accumulating things they don't need. So this behavior can result in a sense of emptiness or want, as I would say, which is the true value of possessions, which is overshadowed by the desire for more. So to put the word superfluity, which is a beautiful word as conjured up by you, Michael, in this sense becomes a trap that keeps individuals chasing after something that ultimately, to my mind, does not bring happiness or fulfillment either. Thank you very much, Michael.
Thank you very much. Mariana, you are the next one. For me, as I said at the beginning, the term was completely new until for whatever reason, it came to my mind. What is with you? If you hear the term for the first time or you read it for the first time, did you know what does it represent and what came to your mind first?
Hello, people. Honestly, I didn't know the real meaning. I translated it, and from my side, it depends on what is the object. You know, if we are talking about things, I like minimalism. But if it is connected with emotions or with things which I am emotionally connected with, it is a pleasure for me. You know, I like that kind of things. And if it is connected with behavior, it is something that make you spend more time and have problems with making decisions because you have more options, you know. So for me also in that connected with that, it is easier when you don't have too much options and you can focus better on the goal or something. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Tahir, the same question to you. If you heard the term superfluity for the first time, what came to your mind?
Good afternoon, Mr. Michael. Thank you for asking me. And to me, it was a new word when you started this conversation. And after this, hearing from the guys, especially Dr. Ash, I was thinking over it, and it means to me is like something flowing without stoppage, without filtration. You know, it's being superflow. Mean from word itself that something which is unstoppable, keep coming. So I was thinking, as compared to the subject, you know, this could have been like a limitation of not filtering or not evaluating or something like that. But I could understand from the word itself. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I have here Tracy. Tracy, what came to your mind first when you hear the term superfluity? We cannot hear you, Tracy. I'm not sure.
I'm sorry.
Yes, okay,
Yeah, I
we can
was
hear you now.
having trouble on my phone. Hello, Michael. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Superfluity. When I heard the word that you spoke, actually, I thought it was superfluidity. But after Margaret, I realized, oh, you're talking about superfluidity. But either way, both of them has something to do with the liquid to me, because when you said that word the first time, I did not really pay attention to super, but I pay attention to fluid, FLUI, and I stopped right there. My mind is actually at that time my mind had this river running in front of me, and I think I saw flooding river, something overflowing, because over superfluidity and superfluidity, both of them have something to do with liquid. So I guess my mind is brought me to liquidity. That's what I thought about.
Okay, thank you very much. And I see that Usi joined us, and he is in his work, because I see he is dressed like me usually. Usi, what came to your mind first when you hear the term superfluity? You can speak now. I think, Usi, that the connection is broken, because you can switch the camera off, that's not a problem, but we cannot hear you. So there is something wrong. So let me go to. Yes.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, we can hear you now. Okay.
I would love to.
Usi, unfortunately, the connection is broken. You can try to switch the camera off. Maybe it will help. But right now we cannot hear you properly.
Okay. Embarrassing industry
Yes,
5.0.
right now it's better. Right now it's better.
Building a wasteless world in harmony with nature in Tanzania. Over the last centuries, technological advancements have brought remarkable improvements to our standard of living, transforming the way we work, communicate, and live. While these achievements have elevated material well-being, they have also come at a significant cost to Earth's systems, environmental degradation, resources exploitation, and growing social inequality are now among the greatest challenges of our time, including here in Tanzania. To address these pressing issues, Tanzania must embrace Industry 5.0, a human-centered approach that promotes innovation while prioritizing sustainability, peace, and harmony with nature. This
Thank you.
shift is essential.
Usi, thank you for that. Thank you for the explanation. But right now, we are not here talking about Industry 5.0 itself. We take the term superfluity and we try to discover what is inside this term. And my question is if you, no, it's fine, don't worry. My question is if you hear the term superfluity, if there is some image for you which you see when you hear the term. The term is superfluity.
Okay.
And let me switch to Shame, and then I will come back to you in the next round of question, if it's fine for you, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you. Shame, you know how it's going, so please, if you close your eyes and you hear the term superfluity, what came first to your mind, please?
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, everyone. I am trying to attend the meeting a long time ago. After 3 times, I missed the power of touch. Everyone is now connected. That's mean we have a power of touch. However, the question is, Michael, can you say again?
Yes. What came to your mind if you hear the term superfluity?
Superfluity.
And we lost him. So unfortunately, we lost him. So we will continue, and later on we will come to you, Usi. So it was quite interesting to listen from you because for me, as I said at the beginning, the term was new. It came to my mind. It wake me up in a sleep, and I knew I have to write it down, which I did, and then I checked what does it mean, and I checked the standard vocabulary, and I was surprised about it. And just now, as you speak, that Dr. Ash mentioned that generally the term is not being used so frequently, it came to my mind why it is so. Why did we lost a term which may express quite well something what can be, as described by Charito, good or bad, same as by Margaret. What was the reason? And Charito, I will start with you. What do you think? No. Let me ask you different. Which terms do you think supplement or exchange the term superfluity? Which terms are used in your country instead? Yes.
Superfluity?
Yes.
Actually, in ordinary parlance, in ordinary world, we don't usually use this word superfluity. We use that at school or in the office or anything, something, because this is not an ordinary, I should say, although it's an old term, Michael. It's not new. I've heard about this even way back. But when you say superfluous, why it's also saying something overly, something that not anybody can grasp. So instead of saying superfluous, that's more than enough. That is an excess. Or you say that's extra. That's a surplus. That's what we use. When you go to a store and you buy something there and you don't need, like when you want to buy a get up, like a dress, instead of buying a one, two, three dress and you buy more, even if you don't need it, and immediately, supposedly, that's superfluous buying, and that in itself is superfluity. But out of that, because not everybody will understand, of course, so we use, oh, you overbought, you buy in excess of what you need. So it depends on the person using it and on the scenario or that instance who you are talking with. So if you're talking to, I mean, I'm not uh, putting a balance, or I'm not putting leveling here. I'm not leveling with anybody. But when you are in the ordinary world, you go to your neighborhood and all that. We don't use superfluous. This is one of the high strung word. The word is high strung, not
Okay.
colloquial, not normal. So that's why we use that's over. You have overdone it. You overdid it. That's excess. That's extra. You're over, something like that. So you see, it depends on the person using it and when is he using it. Am I clear here?
Yes, you are.
Okay,
You
thank
are.
you.
Thank you for that. And I will come back to Shame because he came back. Shame, so if you hear the term superfluity and you hear just now the explanation by Charito, what came first to your mind, please?
I'm sorry, disconnected for the technological travels.
No
Thank you,
problem.
Michael. And I'm as the same as Jerry saying the overflow, and I can explain it when I can disconnected that unnecessary in efficiently productivity is more than it is the wasteless. As an example, we have a need 100%. We have a production on 150% unnecessary. If we have properly utilized 100%, that is a super. I feel a power of touch is working, sparking everywhere. I feel that. And if I think wrong, I want to know what is the right, Michael. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Shame. And I did not
Hi,
forget.
Michael.
Yes, Usi, we can hear you.
Oh, yeah, I hear you. For my
Okay.
side, superfluid
Yes.
means having too much of something, more
All
than
right.
what is needed. It can be wasteful or unnecessary. For example, having too many clothes that you are never wear, using too much plastic when a little is enough, saying too many of words when a few are enough. Like that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Usi. And I have to say, reading your articles, I do see that you understand Superfluity very well and you understand Industry 5.0 very well. So thank you for doing that. But we have here Livia, which we did not ask before. So Livia, if you hear the term superfluity, what came first to your mind, please?
Hello, Michael. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. Hello. Hello to everybody. Oh, to me, superfluity is too much of something. Superfluity is not necessary except of education. It's never enough quality information. Superfluity, I think, can be harmful if you can't handle it, if it's not useful, organize it. I think everybody should first to learn not to have much, not to have enough, so he can recognize value. Then he can go in the direction superfluity as a mature man, and then he can process it very well.
Thank you
So
very
it's
much.
my idea.
Thank you very much, Livia. And we have here two more. Livia, if you can mute yourself, or I will mute you. Okay, I muted you. We have here two new participants, and we lost one. Okay, so we have here Les. I hope I pronounce your name correctly, Les. What if you close your eyes and you hear the term superfluity? What came to your mind, please? And you have to unmute yourself, Les. I will mute you, Livia, okay? Because it is okay. So Les, maybe you cannot speak right now, so I will go to the next round of questions, and I will come back to you again. So it is quite interesting, you know. Right now, there was said that if we have too much, then it's wrong. But at the same time, I think it was Charito who mentioned, or Mariana, I'm not sure, or Margaret even. Somebody mentioned that in some way, for example, in the emotion related to emotions, superfluity can be positive. And Margaret, coming back to you, I think it was you who mentioned that idea. Uh, do you think that we can, not can, that we should uh, abandon superfluity in all aspects of life, or we can leave it? Because even in the emotions, it can be too much in some time. So, is there any indicator?
Do I feel? I'm sorry. I wanted to understand your question. Did you say, do I feel that it's a possibility to have abundance and superfluity? Is that correct?
Yes.
Like in a positive, like how I
Yes.
described it?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, there is. It is possible because sometimes I love Charito's, the way she mentioned it, because she says, and I've done this. So I've gone to the market, and while I was hungry, and bought if you've ever gone to the market when you're hungry, you're going to
Yes.
buy a lot of things, right?
Yes.
You're
Of
going to come
course.
back with an excessive amount. However, because it's food, it will be eaten, it will be used, right? So that's how I see it. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you very much. And I would like to come back to Leslie. Leslie, you mentioned in your first answer, you connected the superfluity, and maybe it is because I pronounce it wrongly, but then you was not the only one with a flow. And in some way, it's a flow of something which overflow. So it's some way of flooding. Uh, how do you personally set up the borders that you do not reach the moment of flooding, of being overwhelmed with goods and everything? Is there any way in your life how you set up the border to understand it will be too much?
Yeah, no. The first one I did I did hear you a bit wrong there. So into setting up borders, into stopping yourself from running into overfluity, I think you need to have self-control. It's gonna be, you have to master your emotions in everything that you do. Same like what's his name said just now. If you're hungry and you go and buy stuff, you're gonna end up buying things that you really don't need, but then you're gonna have overflow of food and abundance. But that is in a good sense. But in anything else, I think that would be highly dangerous. So mastering oneself, I think, is the key to stay out of that situation.
Thank you for that. And I would like to ask Dr. Ash. Dr. Ash, do you think that even in education, you can see this negative aspect of having too much information which we cannot process?
Yes, absolutely, Michael. Um, it depends. You see, like I've been teaching for many years now, and I do not believe in overwhelming the mind as such, because there is so much that a student who you're teaching can take in. And therefore, any knowledge which is superfluous is not the right kind of knowledge that I would give to any student. I have to actually weigh each class that I walk into. And when I say weigh, I have to weigh the mindsets of the student. Uh, I've been into many universities and I've taught thousands so far. And I've found that uh, whether it's one person or whether it's about 30 to 40 students in one university class, you have to actually decide in your mind as to how much of knowledge on that particular subject you have to impart to those students or that student in particular, so that it doesn't overwhelm the mind as such and doesn't, should I say, create an overload of information. Thank you very much, Mike.
Thank you very much. And just to tell to everyone, we have 9 minutes left. And I would like to switch to Mirjana. Mirjana, in my eyes, you are the expert here in the group in technology. And we are living in the time when one AI came on Monday morning and the next one is there already on Tuesday afternoon. Isn't it right now? Aren't we right now overloaded with all these, for example, new AI things? Can we still process it as humans?
Yes, we are overloaded if we accept everything. We can be overloaded, so you need discipline and control and knowledge about what is right and what is wrong for you, what brings you value, benefit of whatever is the something you get from these new things. If you accept everything and not think about it, it's not good. It's overwhelming. It's usage of energy, time. I don't like redundancy. I like optimization. I like having something step by step if it is connected with work. For everything you need to have good pillars and awareness about usage of those things, like in everything else.
Thank you very much. And let me come to Tracy. Tracy, your work, among others, is helping the others to streamline the information flow, we can say, because you help to translate, you help to organize events, you help a lot of things. How do you, in your work, apply this limit not to go over?
I would say moderation, like Mariana just mentioned that, like anything else, usage of technology, we need to be mindful about it. We can be driven by technology. Technology should always serve us as a tool, not dominate us. Otherwise, the consequence will be unstoppable.
Thank you for that. Shami, you will have probably the final word because we have 5 minutes left. Right now, you are speaking to us from Bangladesh. Bangladesh is a country in which the development is going very, very fast. Do you see that someone on the side of government or our organization overlooked and say it's enough? Or do they just accept more? You have to unmute yourself, Shami. Probably, yes.
Thank you, Michael.
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you, Michael. For the question of Bangladesh government and other institutions can be ready to go Industry 5. I think right or wrong, Michael?
Yes, if they do recognize there is needed to be a limit.
A limit. and the interim government is take care the every site, and our environmental government is now going to more climate environment controls. Others is now going on the working, but not a ready to go forward to something cooperatively and responsible response. You see that I am now mailed to UGC, University Grant Commission, but they are not reply. They are not touchable. And I think when they are not touchable, we have now give the good thing for next day. And we are not still waiting to do something collaborative, something responsible response, and then we forward. We have now tried to finding a big NGO, non-government office, also hi-fi. You have know that. I will now try to Green University also, but it practically is not ready, I think.
Thank you, Shami, for a word. Yes. We have only 3 minutes left, but I would like to say one. Even if we overproduce, even if there is too much for one, it does not mean it's too much for everyone, which means if we learn to share, and I mean really share, we can even stabilize the destabilized situation. And if the governments do not listen to us, if the university do not listen to us, if the organization, NGOs, UN, whoever does not listen to us, it's fine, because they are organization, we are humans. We can connect. We can speak all over the globe, which we do right now, right here, using the technology. Of course, there is a new Chinese AI tool, and what? I did not use even the old one because I knew it can become addictive. And I am not ready to be addictive to anything again. Maybe I am addicted to something, and that's the work. That's the aim of building Wasteless World. And every single one here in the room, you know what it is. You know that it is us who set up the borders, who know what is enough, not who just say, I don't have enough. And I think this is very important. And I'm so happy that we can record this event. After 2 years, we met for 2 years without being able to record. Of course, there is 20 minutes less than before, and what? Still, we have 40 minutes to share with the world. And I would like to say thank you to all of you. The next word will be, I will say, easier in way of understanding for us, even for my pronunciation. But still, it will be there. We will meet next week again, and we will meet to write the future on the back of a language. So thank you, all of you, for your time, and have a nice time for your waste and wasting in all its forms. Stay safe, be free, and be human. And Ussi, I will right now dress in the same uniform as you have to load another truck. So we are on the same level. And really, be who you are. And don't try to be someone else. It will not work. Thank you, and see you next week at the same time with different term discuss. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Michael. Bye.
Thank you, Michael.
Bye.
Bye-bye, everybody. Take care of yourselves.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.